Hi, everybody. Energy update for this week. I want to tell you that we have wonderful things happening right now. And I know I keep saying that, but it actually is very true. The energies are still very intense, yes. For those of us who have been doing some of that deeper work, we're still moving a lot of that through our body. What's really happening is we're clearing out those deeply rooted old patterns that have been with us for at least our entire life, and in some cases several lifetimes, depending on what you believe and ascribe to. And we are finally letting that stuff go once and for all, and we'll never have to deal with again, which is a beautiful thing. And it's also an exhausting thing in some regards, because this is stuff that's been around for a really long time, and it's really super deep work that we have been doing. And so our bodies are trying to release all of that. And at the same time, it is opening up and providing space and moving in the new energy that's going to take us to the next place. So get ready to be upgraded if you have been doing the healing work at a very deep level. And it's probably been incredibly uncomfortable. It's been very challenging. And now, pretty soon here, you're actually going to start to reap the rewards of the work that you have done. So be encouraged, keep staying in the course, and continue to take care of yourself and listen to what your body is telling you. Now, the other thing that's beautiful is, of course, we've got a new moon coming this weekend, and new moons are a great opportunity and a great window for you to decide what you want for your future and to begin to think and plan and manifest what you're moving into. So even if you haven't really been doing super deep work, you can spend time thinking, well, what do I want? Where do I want to go next? And then begin to do that work. And here's why you really want to begin to do the work, because we are in a window right now that I have not seen, or that I don't remember, in a really long time. There is so much energy supporting us right now to be able to let go of the things that have kept us from living our best possible life, our best possible connections and relationships, our best possible income opportunities, our best possible friendships, our best possible family relations, all of that. We are moving into the era where we can actually have that, and not something that we hope for, but something that actually does exist. And so the energy right now is prime for that, and very supportive of you right now of doing that deep inner work that we often avoid doing because it is uncomfortable and it can be challenging and difficult, which, by the way, I totally get. I've actually been there, so I understand how challenging and dark and difficult it can be. So even if you can just do one small thing this week to move you more towards dealing with those things that you have been avoiding, something like, instead of scrolling through Facebook, when you realize you're scrolling through Facebook, you make a concerted effort to go, you know what, I'm going to stop. I'm going to do this for 5 more minutes and then I'm done. Or I'm going to stop right now and I'm actually going to sit with myself and see if I can spend some time finding out what I actually need inside. It could be something like, you know what, I'm not going to actually binge watch Netflix. I'm going to journal right now and figure out what's going on inside of me so if I can clear out some of the stuff. I'm going to call a therapist. I've been saying that for a long time, and now maybe I'm actually going to take the effort and actually do it, or at least research some resources that are available to me, because the window we're in right now is supportive of us being able to deal with this stuff. And if you'll deal with it now, then as the year goes on, it'll free up more space for you to have the things that you should rightfully have. You know, I totally get the complication of doing some deep work. I do. I didn't start doing incredibly deep healing work because I could see the benefit on the other side. I couldn't see it. I couldn't. I didn't start doing the work because I felt like I deserved better. I didn't feel that way at the time. Honestly, I started doing super deep work because I couldn't stay where I was. I knew that I couldn't continue to live the way that I was living. I knew that I was tired of my life feeling like a mess. The more that I avoided the things that really needed to be taken care of, the more messy things actually got, until I finally said, I can't do this anymore. Like my life depended on it. And that's when I really started to do deep work. At some point, I'm going to do a video, probably soon here, to talk about that journey and to talk about some of the things that I did that were most beneficial for me in my healing journey. 20 years ago, I was certainly not the person I am today at all. 5 years ago, 3 years ago, I was a whole different person than I am today. And I'm so grateful of who I am versus who I could have been had I not taken the step to actually begin the journey of figuring out who I am, so that today I can tell you it is your birthright to have peace, love, joy, abundance. It is your birthright to have healthy, sustainable connections, not just connections that we have fantasized into being healthy, because that's our pattern. I'm going to tell you, if you are a person, and most people are, who grew up in a family where your caretakers were not able, for whatever reason, to show up for you emotionally, you 99.9% of the time, we're required to create a fantasy relationship with them in the interest of maintaining that connection, because as a child, you can't leave. You've got to stay there. And the unconscious mind says, I need these people. They're my source. I need them to survive. So in order to survive, I'm going to actually create a relationship with them. And I'm going to deny my own needs because I can't speak up. They're not going to get met. And we develop these coping strategies. And then what happens is we take them into our adult relationships and we fantasize situations that are not good for us, and we fantasize that things are okay and that we're okay, instead of actually looking at the reality of what's happening so that we can actually heal ourselves and move into relationships that are healed and aligned and beautiful. It is your birthright to have that. But I didn't see it before I actually did the work. Today, I know today that I am worthy and deserving of every good thing that comes into my life. And that includes my relationships and the way that I am treated. And you are too. You are worthy of someone meeting your needs and being able to listen to your needs and actually want to be with you. You're worthy of someone who knows how to work through difficult conversations in a healthy way, and who will show up for you and who you can show up for. And neither one of you have to be perfect, but the other person just is there showing up and doing the work. You're both doing the work. It's not you doing work and trying to drag somebody into the future. It's the two of you actually doing the work together. That is your birthright. It's your birthright to have that. It's your birthright to have good credit. It's your birthright to have a nice home. It's your birthright to be able to buy nice things for yourself and take care of yourself. It is your birthright to be able to live a beautiful, wonderful, and prosperous life. It is your birthright, if you so choose it, right? If you so choose it, it is your birthright to have that. And you are worthy of it and more. I don't even like to use the word like worthy or deserving, because those words to me indicate that there's some earning involved, and there's not. There's no earning necessary for you to have the best possible life. It's just you recognizing that, yeah, it's just what it's what should be. It's what I should have. It's what I should have. So as you're thinking about what you want, and by the way, you will only be able to manifest. You will only be able to have the life that you think you deserve. You will only be able to manifest the relationships you think that you deserve. And a relationship that's better than one that was horrible, it's better. But I'm telling you right now, you are worthy and deserving of not something that's just better than what you had. You're worthy of the best. You should have the best. Gabor Mate, who I love, he's a brilliant man, and he says we are wired for both attachment and autonomy. And the beautiful thing is once you become attached securely in here, you can be autonomous inside of a relationship, which means there's no codependency, there's no enmeshment, there's no need to try to fix another person. There's not that roller coaster of highs and lows and all this drama and chaos and then love bombing and drama and like none of that happens anymore. But it stops in here. Like it starts here. A lot of that stuff is happening in here, and it's because that's what you're used to. You're used to that from your childhood, and so those same coping strategies are in operation for you today, and your unconscious brain is always going to go to what it knows, even though it may not be good for you. So if your unconscious mind says, I know how to survive chaos, I don't know how to survive peace, because we've never done that before. So even though chaos is uncomfortable, because I know how to survive that, that's where we're going to go. We're going to go where the chaos is. We're going to create chaos because I know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with peace. And so the truth is when a peaceful person comes into your life, you will not be able to be with them unless you do some very serious deep work. And unless you do some deep work, the chaos will continue to go on, because that's what your unconscious mind is used to. You can only manifest at your level of consciousness. So you want to be conscious of those things so that you can begin to manifest beyond those things and have the very best of what you're supposed to have. And that's the energy we are in right now, that you get to have that. And to individuate, I've said that our North Node is moving into Aries, and the evolved version of Aries is a very individuated person. It's the person who's able to be with themselves and then also be able to be with another out of their abundance and not out of their lack, which is a much more solid, healthy, and much more beautiful way to connect with another human being. So that is the energy that is available to us here this weekend. A lot of newness coming in. Oh, let me tell you, there's romance coming in for people. I can feel it. Love is definitely in the air. Just get yourself ready and take care of yourself. Spend time loving yourself. And that's going to be the best way. You're going to be able to move into this abundant energy that we have. North Node is still in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio. That's all this energy that we're working with. And I hope that you will continue on your journey. If you want to know more about the current North and South Node, I will put a link to that video in the description for this one. I will also put a link for a couple of exercises you can do. One to check in and see what your needs are, and another one to just check in and see what's happening in your body so that you can begin to develop that relationship with yourself and learn how to be present for yourself and meet your own needs so that you can actually find someone else who has the capacity and desire to do the same, and you can do that for each other. I hope this has been useful information for you. Of course, I hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever time of day it is for you. Have a great week. And as always, may you ever live inspired. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.